whole lot. We know that's the biggest player in the market here, right? Looks like what we got going on here. Whoa. You know what? I've never had that happen before. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I've never had that happen on my laptop before. Well, I don't know what's up with that, but pretty nuts. Let's go to my other chart, see if it's the same way. No. What the heck did we hit there? Any of you guys out there that know much about computers? I'm kind of curious what happened there. My laptop's starting to go on me here, or what? That was, see if it's back to normal. No, it's not. That is crazy. Let me close this out. Unbelievable. Anybody out there have any clue what I would have done there? I have never had that happen before. That is just absolutely nuts. Let's take a look here. I mean, literally, I have made over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Never one time have I had that happen before. That's pretty crazy. Let's get back over here and open this up and see if we're back to normal here. Pretty nuts, right? That was pretty crazy. We're going to go back over, while we're on this page, we'll take a look at Bitcoin real quick, because we do have a pretty big wedge forming on this thing. If you want a 4 hour, let's pull this over. And look at this thing right back over here. And look at this nice, that's on the 1 hour. Beautiful wedge forming, a big move coming. For sure, either to the upside or the downside, right? I mean, if you take a measurement on this, go for the inside of the wedge, we'll just take it like that. A move to the downside, say it breaks down in that area, would be, 94, and a move to the upside would be, let's put it up here, up towards, 120. All right, we put a fib on top here. Let's see if we can get any kind of ideas, maybe. Oh, there you go, maybe 119. It's the number we've been talking about, right? I mean, usually these work out pretty decent, when you take a measurement the inside of the wedge. Doesn't matter if it's on the 1 minute, the 4 hour, the daily, the 10-second chart. These usually work out. It's pretty nuts, but it's a good way to measure your moves, especially if you're new to charting. It's a good way to get an idea of a price target area. Once you know the direction, right? You want to wait for a move, obviously either a break to the downside or the upside. And what you should wait for is this. Okay, if this broke to the upside, you want to let it go. When it comes back, this is where you want to get in, right? On your retest, and then when it heads, then let it go. A lot of times, I shouldn't say a lot of times, but sometimes if you get in on the break, and you get a fake out, and it goes back up in, then you get stopped out. It's just a lot safer if you let it run, come back, get your entry, right in this area here, and then let it roll over, because it will come back, right? Not all the time, but most of the time it will. Okay, now Bitcoin. If we I was zoomed in here because on Ethereum ended up catching wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 over here, over in Discord. All right, here is let's take a look. Okay, 62.92. Not sure which one that was, because cut all 3 of them in a row. Okay, there's wave 3, there's wave 4, and I believe that's Bitcoin there. It was on the ETH. There's 1, 2, 3. There we go. 78.73, 62.92, and 160.31. Yeah, it was 3 of them on Ethereum right in a row. Wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. We caught shorting, then longing, and then shorting again. So some pretty decent moves, quick moves, right? On a 15-minute. Looking for a possible last push down here, hopefully, for Bitcoin, maybe a wave 5. What we could have going on here is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoa, if we get that last push to the downside here, okay? That's what we're kind of expecting. 15-minute RSI. 15-minute RSI is at the bottom. Could have bottomed, right? It could have, no question. What you could have a wave 1, 2 up here, 3, 4, 5, and this thing could be bouncing now. If we get a measurement here, it's going to 4, and take a measurement off here. What in the hell is going on here? I'm not even touching. Wow. Some pretty crazy stuff going on here. I gotta admit, my phone was acting all kind of wacky here a little bit ago too. Like, I don't know. That's weird. My laptop just kind of acted up there. Not sure what the heck's going on here. Keep an eye on that. You know, there it goes again. Just I'm not even like touching the mouse right now. So maybe somebody knows. Maybe my laptop's starting to go on me. But anyway, if yeah, look at that. Just took off here onto Crypto Bubbles. When I got a ghost messing with my mouse here or what? That's pretty crazy. But anyway, over here in the Crypto Bubbles, you can see we got Caspa up 3.5%. That's on the day. Last hour, a little bit of a pull down here because of that, what looks like 5 waves down. See what I mean? Let's jump it on its own. I'm not doing that. I don't know what's going on there. That's pretty crazy. But for the day, you can see right there, pretty, what is it, about 50 or 60-40, maybe red. So we'll see what happens here, but it looks like I said, looks like we could have a bottom here in Bitcoin. Gonna have to keep an eye on this, see if it comes back up here and breaks through. Looks like a possible wave. And then 5 waves down might have been a 4th wave back. You know, could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe a 5, maybe a breakout to the upside here. Get out of this wedge. That's what we're looking for, right? Want to break out the top side and head towards that 120. Got the 4-hour RSI actually coming down. Let's see here, the 8-hour. 8 hours still bullish, 84 and a 79. Your 12 hours just heading up. The daily turned back to the upside, 47 and a 42. The daily's bullish, so might be looking for a pop at the top here, okay, which would make a lot of sense, quite honestly, towards that 120 area. Now, if we take a look at Ethereum, let's go over here and take a look at these. I don't know what's going on with my. It's pretty crazy. I've never had to do that before. I have made so many videos. Maybe it's just finally going. Could be. ETH is up $25 on a day. Right, it is kind of wedging up also. You know, this top side here, not 100%. This could have been just a total fake out here. Don't make a whole lot of sense. You know, this lines up with this back side here. Yeah, look at that. Wow, what the heck is going on? Don't know. Pretty crazy. Jeez, oh man, one of my best friends, like literally my best friend in the world, just passed away last Sunday, and that'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? I'm not, you know, I don't want to get into all that stuff, but wow, that's insane. And you can see it. We also have an inside support line on Ethereum coming up through here, right up through here. You can see that it's getting pretty close to touching it. Okay, now if ETH has come to a bottom and this thing ends up heading out the top like Bitcoin did, all right, you'd be looking at heading over $3,000. Yeah, 3,038. That's what makes me think this was a fake out here. Okay, the higher time frames, it starts looking like it too, like on a daily, you know, just a failed break to the upside, really. That's what it was. That could be I don't know, almost looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a possible, 5 here. Really, these candles have all closed above a possible 2 wave. Wow, that'd be a deep 4, and then a 5. It would go up past 3,038. Actually, you'd be looking about 3150, right around there. Now your RSIs. Let's see where our daily's at. Daily looks great. Yeah, it's looking bullish. 12-hour. And you're getting on the daily. Are you above that 50-day moving average? Yeah, you're above it there. The weekly. Just to start to get back in that area on the weekly. You're at a 98.4 and a 98.2 on the weekly here with ETH. Looking for this thing to, what we don't want to see, and I was looking at this earlier, right? 5-wave down patterns, like over here, right here. You got a 5-wave down. It just wouldn't make sense right now for a couple reasons, but here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 there. Over here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, then you have 5 waves up. Then here, this is what I'm talking about right here. It makes me a little nervous, right? 3, 4, 5. That would make sense, right? I can't. That Ethereum is not going to head down. No, that's impossible. Had to be, excuse me. Had to have been a 5th wave right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because that would send. Wouldn't that be nuts? I'd be all over that. That would send Ethereum back down to prices I haven't seen for a long time. 500, 465. Yeah, I've seen it a lot lower than that. I've seen it at 80 some bucks. Back. Let's go back here. Over here. Oh, maybe it was the low hundreds. 137. Yeah, 180. Wish I would have jumped. I wish I would have bought a pile of it back here. 130, 150 bucks. Can you imagine getting ETH there? How about back here? $7. It was a lot lower than that too. I think it was around $1, 14 bucks. You imagine piling up on ETH there, and where it's at now, that'd be a heck of a return on your investment, right? So if we see ETH push to the upside, looking about 31.57, and that would make that would also make total sense here. That would give you 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave to the upside. All right, then we'd probably be looking at an ABC correction. So, as long as ETH holds 2,400 bucks, I don't see any problems. I see a push to the upside. Same with Bitcoin over here. As long as Bitcoin holds, about 103.5, it should be breaking out the top here. If it takes out 110.4, 110,400. All right, then the target's up towards 120. All right, so keep your eye on these things. Looking good. I think that's going to make these bubbles obviously pop. You got Bitcoin dominance looking weak. I was looking at it before the video. Look at this. Just not doing much of anything really. Kind of a rising wedge. Rising wedges tend to break down. This thing's running out of steam. No question about it. All right, this on a daily chart, just not doing a whole lot of anything. Sideways in here the last 4 or 5 days. Not much up, not much down. That usually means about rollover time. The daily is 85 and bearish, 85 and an 86. All right, it is bearish. Your weekly is at a 51. What do we got here? 51.9 and a 51.3, just barely still bullish. Look at it here, it's just ready to roll over. And your monthly, 98.9 and a 95.6, still bullish. But everything is just on the verge of rolling over for Bitcoin dominance. Right? I know. It can't wait to get that first drop, guys. I really can. Really that's going to be the most satisfying thing in the world, especially for me. 'Cause we're talking about this thing. His first break was great here. It's rode back up here. It has not, regained its prior high over here, and looking weaker the higher it goes. Just waiting for that big rollover, right? We take out this 62%, this low over here, and I think it's really going to pick up some steam. But rising wedges tend to break down, so we'll keep an eye on that also. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. I will talk to you very, very soon.